I'm just gonna talk to you a little bit about my vinyl collection and my turntables. This is a analog system. These are Harbeth speakers. They say they're handmade. Handmade in London. 2 Techniques and a Sphinx Rogue Audio integrated amplifier. The amp is important, the speakers are important, and this system is meant to play records on vinyl. Like Billy Joel sounds great on vinyl.
So romantic on the borderline tonight. Too bad, but it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need. Though you can see when you're wrong, you know you can't always see when you're right.
So I'm gonna get this scratch record. This song is so good.
Dream on, but don't imagine they'll all come true.
So this is a record that
When will you realize being a
That was my new.
it's basically just sounds to scratch to. The whole record is just these sounds.
Butthead chicken scratch. Invented by yours truly. Anyways, I gotta go.
Like
see y'all.
this.
Go. I go. Go.
It's a good sound to scratch.
Go.
So yeah, back in the day they would make, or I mean I guess they probably still do make scratch records and like, you know, like singles. Like this is a single and it has an instrumental, and it has an acapella on it, and it has the regular version of the song. This is one of my favorite instrumentals. This is one of my favorite beats of all time. It's called Black Helicopters by Nonfiction. Have you heard this one? So and then we'll hear this guy.
My ears truly. Anyways, I gotta go. See ya.
Had the time of his life, capitalist with a communist wife. Started to fight and did the cats with God, did the Christ. Hardly.
So that's the beat, but I'm gonna do the instrumental because I'm gonna try to scratch on it instead of having him rap. But this is gonna have to be like, you can't really cut this, so you know what I mean? It has to be. So what you can do is so here, watch this. So if I cut that off and let it out, that's how I get that kind of like chirpy sound. What it would normally sound like is this. But if I cut it off and let it out, you can. Does that make sense? You can kind of create a.
Go. See y'all. 'Cause I gotta go.
So it just skipped. So that's not supposed to happen, but these tables are old and they're kind of loose and this needle skips a lot, which makes it kind of hard. There's other stuff I learned when I used to practice scratching like 15, 16 years ago, or whenever I started scratching. I used to practice every day, all day, and I started making beats and then got into a band, and now I just have a collection of like my favorite records. Mark Knopfler, David Bowie. Mark Knopfler's the singer of Dire Straits, they're one of my favorites. Just look in here real quick. Like come in right here. Well, like so you can like see, yeah, like that, like, you know, like I have the Beach Boys, Jefferson Starship, Phil Collins, Bob Seger, Peter Gabriel, Genesis, Steely Dan, you know, Beatles, Crosby, Stills and Nash. But then this is sort of my R&B. Can I say black music? The guy filming is half black, so yeah. This is where I have like all the you know, shit that people sampled, like Quincy Jones, Roy Orbison. Like one of the most sampled records of all. This is where "Killing Me Softly" came from. You know that song? Oh yeah, and this is I Can't Stand the Rain, the Missy Elliott sample. I mean, I could show you these samples. I don't know if you recognize this. Pretty sure this is a Missy. This record was sampled so much. Every single song on this record is like a hip hop beat. So this is the song. You know, like, this one's cool. This Roberta Flack record. It's like a piano, you see? And then like it comes out like this. This is so gangster that the Fugees sampled this and made one of the best hip hop songs of all time.
Strumming my pain with his feet.
Really, it's not even hip hop. She just took, you know the song? It sounds like
Killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly.
I mean, I have so many, but I wonder where it goes. Oh, bow, 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 right? But I don't know if they're gonna. It's crazy, right? She just took that beginning part and just made millions. But I feel like, wow, so that's not even in this. That dun, dun, dun.
He was strumming my pain.
Yeah.
Jesse.
I mean, I could show you some more, but I don't know. Should I?
Yeah.
Dude, this fool's super ill. Black Bach, Lamont Dozier. Nobody's gonna know any of this shit though. That's something.
Welcome back home.
But this is trying to find this one song. You can cut all this out. Oh, here we go. So this is a really famous. Do you know Atmosphere? But he sped it up. To like that. So you hear how I sped it up? This is what he did to it. He added like a kick and a snare. But that beginning part is really sick, huh? But yeah, and then you should play what that turned into, which is a song called "The Girl with the Tattoos on Her Hands" by Atmosphere. You should trip on that. I mean, that's enough for now. Oh, but what I did want to say was back when I started DJing, the only real way to speed up a song and slow down a song was on the turntables. So I would, you know, I would DJ. When I first started DJing, you know, I was like actually mixing songs at parties and stuff. And this was one of my favorite beats back in the day.
Cause if it's so much coke, doors is fucked up. You let it out before y'all bystander bags your ass jeans to hide your bang around with thug the fuck out.
You know, I don't really know what the tempos are, but see, this is too slow, right? So I gotta speed up. Right? Oh shit!
Time of his life, the capitalist with a communist wife. Started to fight and did the cats.
That's the first time I've mixed a song in a while. But I filtered out this beat over here. So the kick is gone, but you can still hear the snare. And then this replaces the kick on that song. That's probably too much information. My account isn't like a DJ tutorial account, but it is kind of cool that like half of my life was developing this skill and then producing music for Hypercrush. Yeah, that's probably good.